What happens when a man builds an empire, only to lose it all in a storm of debt, politics, and controversy? Vijay Mallya, the man once hailed as the king of good times, has finally broken his silence. In a candid new interview, Mallya reflects on his extraordinary journey, from inheriting a modest family business to creating India's most iconic airline, and ultimately becoming a global fugitive living in exile. This is not just the story of a business tycoon. This is a tale of ambition, global expansion, crushing setbacks, and the price one pays when dreams soar too high. Mallya's beginnings were humble, far from the extravagant lifestyle he later became known for. Raised by his father Vijay Mallya, a respected businessman, Vijay was taught the value of discipline, education, and relentless work ethic. When he took over the UB Group at just 28, no one expected him to revolutionize the Indian beverage industry. Yet under his leadership, Kingfisher beer became a cultural symbol, while United Spirits rose to become the world's largest selling whiskey brand. But Mallya wasn't satisfied with dominating India's alcohol market. He wanted to build a truly global brand. He acquired Burger Paints International and expanded his presence worldwide, crafting an image of luxury, success, and audacity. Then came his boldest move, Kingfisher Airlines. Launched with a vision to give Indian travelers a premium experience, the airline quickly captured the market's imagination. Red leather seats, in-flight entertainment, gourmet meals, it was flying like never before. By 2008, Kingfisher was India's largest airline. But Mallya's dream took off at the worst possible time. The global financial crisis hit. Oil prices surged. Revenues crashed. And despite warnings, Mallya made another daring move, acquiring the budget carrier Deccan Aviation to expand Kingfisher's reach. That acquisition, he now admits, brought more complexity than value. As losses mounted, Kingfisher spiraled into debt. Banks came knocking. Employees went unpaid. Public sympathy turned into outrage. But in his interview, Mallya fiercely defends his actions. He denies ever siphoning money, claiming that every rupee was reinvested into the airline. He accuses the Indian government of political vendetta, saying he followed their advice not to lay off staff, based on promises of financial aid that never came. His attempts to settle with banks, he says, were repeatedly rejected. He even argues that the money recovered from him now exceeds what was originally owed. Meanwhile, his assets were frozen, and legal cases multiplied. Now in the UK, Mallya lives a life far from the limelight. Semi-retired, he says he's still fighting legal battles and wishes only to return and face trial, if given a fair chance. He laments the Indian business environment, citing bureaucratic red tape, political interference, and a lack of regulatory clarity as key reasons why entrepreneurs struggle. And despite the scandals, he remains proud of his achievements, insisting that history should remember him not just for his fall, but also for how high he rose. This is more than a financial story. It's a cautionary tale about how ambition, when unchecked by caution, can lead to downfall. It's also a commentary on how politics and perception can shape, or shatter, a legacy. Vijay Mallya's tale is both inspiring and tragic. It raises uncomfortable questions. Did he fly too close to the sun, or was he shot down by forces bigger than his ambition? Please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated with the latest global news.